Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Now, just before I jump into delivering this training, which I'm really excited to bring to you today, I want to ask you a question. How would you like to have larger injections of cash flow coming into your business every time you enroll the new clients into your services, products, course, offers, right? Every time you close a deal, right, you add a large injection of cash flow landing in your bank account. Let me ask you another question. How would that change the dynamics of your business? How would that change the dynamics of your bank account, the way that you look at your bank account, the way that you look at money? How would that change the dynamics of your life? I would imagine on a whole new level, right? On a whole new level. So, in order for that to happen, there's a skill set that you need to develop. And that skill set is simply to learn how to enroll more clients at a pay in full level. And that's what I'm going to walk and talk you through inside this training today, which I've titled Big Payday Sales Strategies. So let's work through this. So the objective is to give you the tools to generate bigger cash flow paydays by getting more clients to happily PIF, pay in full, for your highest of offers and at the price point that you want to command for the results that you deliver your clients, right? So I just quickly want to talk about some of the benefits of getting clients to PIF, pay in full. And you're probably thinking, Andy, I am already sold. I don't need to know the benefits of this. But the thing is, I want you to know the benefits because when somebody pays me in full, right, that tells me a lot about this person. And I want you to understand this as well. So there's the perspective from the client's point of view, and there's perspective from your point of view as a business owner, right? So, when a client pays in full, like that shows me that they are fully invested and all in. It shows me that they're fully invested and all in. And when somebody's fully invested, right, when somebody pays me in full, I know where my time is going to be spent. Right? That's not taking time away from any other client, but when somebody pays me in full, right, that shows me the characteristics, the behaviors, right, the attitude about that person, and a lot of other things about that person. It shows me their level of conviction that they have in themselves. It shows me how serious they are and how serious that they see their problem, right? And they know that if they want to resolve this problem, right, they've got to fully invest, fully commit. And by paying in full, that's them making a statement. That's them making a statement to themselves, to their problem, to the desired result that they're currently struggling to achieve and they want to achieve so badly. And it also shows their level of commitment to me, right, to you as their coach. It shows their level of commitment to your program. Because when somebody's full in, right, they're going to go all out. They are going to go all out. Now, that's from the client's perspective side, right? And there's a whole heap of other benefits as well. So that's just a handful. Now, from your point of view, like it allows you to have 4-figure, maybe 5-figure paydays, right? Imagine that. Imagine making a sale and suddenly in one sale, right, covering your bills for maybe a month or two. Right, that's why it changes the whole dynamics of your business. The whole dynamics of your business. Imagine having 5-figure paydays. Imagine having 4-figure, 5-figure paydays more often. Right, life changing, life changing. You see, cash flow is king. Cash flow is king. Cash flow is why majority of businesses in a short space of time like go out of business because they don't have this cash flow to survive. You need cash flow to survive. Now, there's many different levels of cash flow, right? Majority coaches, they potentially got cash flow coming in, but it's like dribs and drabs. It's low level cash flow, and whilst it might be enough just to cover the bills, that's all it does. It doesn't really give you enough. It's like it's enough just to keep you broke. It's enough to keep you in financial threat. And it's never enough, right, to put you in thrive mode. Maybe just enough to pay the bills, put food on the table, right? But that's all. Maybe not enough to run your business and grow your business to the level that you need. maybe not enough to be able to invest back into yourself, maybe not enough for you to do bigger, better things that you want to do with your life, with your business, with your dreams, right, with your family. But having 4-figure, 5-figure paydays, you've got a higher level or a larger injections of cash flow coming into your business, right, on a single sale. Now, what, as I said earlier on, right, one big sale, 5-figure paydays is going to allow you to instantly take you from financial threat to financial thrive in a heartbeat. It's that powerful. It's that powerful. Now, what can you do with that? Not only can you just pay your bills, but now you can like looking at other things as well right now. So now you can invest back into your business, invest back into you, right? Invest into other areas of your life. The pressure is off. It allows you to serve your clients from the highest of levels because you no longer have money worries, right? You're no longer looking out, looking over your shoulder, looking for that next sale. You can totally commit to serving that client that's just paid you in full, paid you a large sum of cash in full up front, right? And it helps you to start protecting your dreams as well, as I briefly said earlier on. Now you can start doing other things that if you're stacking cash, right? If you're stacking cash on a regular basis of 4-figure paydays or 5-figure paydays, right? Suddenly cash is growing, 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 growing. And it's like, okay, well, what you can start achieving bigger, better things in your own life, right? So they're just like a few of the benefits. And when you have a 4-figure payday, it's like it's transformational. Like, oh, I can breathe, right? You can breathe. I can remember the first time I had a 4-figure payday. I like, wow, it's like the best feeling ever. Money's not everything, right? But you know what? It is. Because you can't do anything without it, right? So, note, what I'm going to share with you is it's important that you do not abuse this, right? I am putting this in trust. I am trusting in you that you're going to like be ethical with this, and you're not, again, you're just not going to abuse it. So, the sales objective, right? Number one is to know what your walk away from a call price is. So what do I mean by that? Is that you've got a figure in your mind, and we've discussed prices, right? We've discussed prices on our Kickstart call, we've discussed prices on our Battle Plan call, and we've discussed prices in other areas as well, right? But you want to know what, whatever price you've set, that's got to be your walk away price. And you're not willing to accept anything less than that. If you accept anything less than that, you're devaluing you, you're devaluing your worth, you're devaluing everything that you stand for, you're devaluing the problems that you're solving in the marketplace, you're devaluing the marketplace, you're devaluing your client's problem, you're devaluing their goals, you're devaluing your goals, you're devaluing like everything that you stand for, what you've done out, everything that you've put into like being where you're at right now. You're totally devaluing that by you charging anything less than your walkaway price. You with me? So you need to know what that walkaway price is, and you stick to that. You stick to that. Number two, you need to be able to frame that price in different ways that gets your clients to accept it in their favor, right? To accept it in their favor. Now, let me just share a quick story. And I might have shared this story before, but maybe not from this position. So I remember the first time that I experienced this. A client came up from London. A prospect came from London. He hired me for a VIP day, paid £1,500 to spend a full day with me in a luxury hotel in Yorkshire, in the county where I live in the UK. And after that full day, VIP day, right, which like getting £1,500 for one day is amazing. That's a large injection of cash, right? But after that day, I up leveled them. I upsold this particular client into a £25,000 year-long offer to work with me for a year, right? And straight after, like he accepted, he instantly transferred 50% of that £25,000 into my bank account. without a murmur, without hesitation, without sweating, without hesitating, like without any manipulation, sales manipulation from my part, right? Without anything that you might think that you need to be able to do in order for that to happen, right? Now, imagine just having that amount of cash just injected into your business in a heartbeat. Life changing, absolutely life changing. And at the end, right, as soon as he'd done that, do you know what he said? He shook my hand and he said, "Wow, that was the most powerful experience that I've ever experienced when it's come to paying an invoice." Right? And he thanked me for it. He thanked me for it. See what I'm saying, right? To get people to happily pay you in full. And it's coming from a perspective of they accept it and it's in their favor, right? It's in their favor. So, first of all, what we need to do, or what you need to do, is you need to create a position pricing. And what I'm going to do first, I'm going to show you how to create a position pricing, and then I'm going to show you why you need that position pricing, right? So, how to create a position pricing, sorry. So, number one, right? First of all and foremost, you need to understand what's the minimum amount of money that you're willing to walk away from a sale with. Right. So, for this example, let's say $10,000. Right, $10,000. So that's the baseline. I'm not willing to accept anything less than $10,000 because that's what it would need for me in order to be able to show up at the highest of levels, to be able to fully commit, fully immerse myself into serving this transformation. I could not do it for anything less, right? That's the attitude, that's the mentality, that's the mindset framework that you want to be coming from. Number two, what you want to do then is you want to add an extra 25% of your walkaway price on top of your walkaway price. So, for example, right, 25% of $10,000 is $2,500. So, add that on the top, it's $12,500. $12,500 is the positioning price. It's the new position price. Now, number three is you're going to use that $2,500, that 25%, right? In your case, it's potentially not going to be $2,500, right? If it is, it is. But that 25%, you're going to use that as an incentive to help lower the barrier of entry for them to working with you, whilst you're still, right, walking away with the price that you are not willing to accept anything lower from, right? Does that make sense? Simple, right? Okay. So now let me explain why you need this, right? Why do you need a positioning price? So if you only state your walk away price on the call, right, of $10,000, then there's nowhere to go. There's no movement, right? In fact, the only place to go is actually below your walk away price. And we've already established that you're not prepared to go anything less than that, right? So again, if you show up to a call and you just state your fee for what it is, and you're out of their budget, or it's too expensive, or whatever it is they come back to you with, right? There's no way, there's no movement. There's no movement. And in this day and age, right, there needs to be some level of flexibility when it comes to sales, because that's what's expected in sales. So this is why we created a buffer, right? We've created a buffer. This allows you to have that movement, be a little bit more flexible, dance a little bit with your prospects, right? And show them that you're willing to lower the barrier of entry to meet them halfway. Now, I know you're not reducing it by 50%, so you're not meeting them halfway, but you understand what I'm talking about, right? Now, the thing is like businesses have been operating like this for years in all marketplaces, right? For centuries, businesses have been doing this. So why not you? I want to bring this into your business, right? Show you that you can operate like this as well. Okay. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go through two strategies of how you can implement this into your business. And along with these strategies is a script example of how you would frame it. And all you have to do is when you get to the position in the sales call, where you invite them to find out the pricing of the offer, right? This is what you would say. Or you say something similar around that without changing it too much, right? So let's say, for example, so first strategy, sorry, is like fast action price or scholarship price. And there's many other ways that you can call that, other names you can call that. So let's say that your offer is $4,800 as an example, right? So $4,800 is your walk away price. You're not willing to accept anything lower than that $4,800. So again, you want to add 25% on the top of that, which is $1,200, meaning your position price is now $6,000. Here's the thing, right? If you're charging $4,800 or if you're charging $3,000 and you add 25% on, right? There's going to be somebody in the world that let me just take a step back. Is that if you're charging $3,000 or $4,800 and you add 25% on, right? The results that you're producing, the problem that you're helping your clients overcome, is worth that extra 25%. Right, it's worth that extra 25% anyway. So you're not being unethical, right? You're not being unethical. And also, as you increase your prices, right, somewhere down the road, you're going to hit like the new position price will eventually be your new price, right? Then you'll be creating a new position pricing. So, get comfortable with it. Get comfortable because what it is that you're doing is worth it anyway. So for this example, the new position price is $6,000. So the script example is, so to access everything we just talked about today, everything that I just walked you through today, it's a one-time investment of $6,000. How does that sound? Right? So at that stage, you're just going to mute yourself. You're going to sit in silence to allow them to have whatever conversation that they need to have inside their head, right? Just sit in silence and just give them that space to be able to have that conversation, right? If they come back with, well, it's a little bit too expensive, it's a little bit out of my budget, I didn't expect it to be that much, or I knew you were going to be expensive, but I didn't expect it to that much, right? Then this is when you can offer them a fast action price. So this is the follow-up, right? Example. So I get this expensive, Mary. Do you mind if I just ask you a quick few questions? Number one, do you have confidence that what I've showed you today can actually help you to reach your goal? Right? And if you're doing a really good job in understanding, where they are, where they want to be, and you've showcased, what you do and how you do it, and you've broken down the pillars, and they're going to come back and say, yeah, I'm confident with the tools that you've shown me, your client success pathway. I'm confident with what you've got. That can really help me. Okay, cool. So let me ask you, if price wasn't an option, are you telling me that you'd be all in? So at that stage, once they've answered your question, they come back with like an absolutely. If price wasn't a problem, I'll be all in. Right? Well, okay. The thing is, I really want to help you today, right? I don't want you to walk away from that call without helping you to solve this problem once and for all. Because if I just let you walk away from this call, right, nothing's going to change, right? Nothing's going to change. So I want to make it easy for you. I want to meet you halfway. And what I'm willing to do, I'm willing to actually reduce that £6,000 investment to 4,800 as a one-time thing, giving you a saving of $1,200. Are you in? You see what we've done there, right? Using that is going to be a massive game changer for you. It's going to be a massive game changer. It's showing your prospects that, look, I don't want you to walk away from this call today. If you walk away from this call today and you don't invest, right, you're going to walk back into the same problems. Nothing's going to change, right? I want to help. I want to do whatever I can to help you. And to help you, I'm actually willing, right, to give you a reduction on this price. How does that sound? A reduction of $1,200, which is actually taking it down from $6,000 down to $4,800. Does that help you? Now, the second time I said that, right, I paraphrased um, the script, right? Said it a little bit more, or a little bit more energetic. I wasn't reading the script. I went off script a little bit, but I said the same thing. And your client's going to go, "Wow, yeah, if I invest today, I can actually save $1,200. Let's do it." Now, it might still be out of the budget, and if it is, then it is, right? But it's all about you showing that you care, showing that you're willing to go that extra mile to help them, right? Give them a cash saving. But ultimately, right, now because you created that 25% buffer, you're still earning the money that you want to earn. Okay. So using this strategy helps you to generate big cash flow paydays, unless your prospects feel like that they've won too. Okay. Now I want you to be prepared. Get ready, because this will happen. This will happen. Okay. What will happen is that sometimes when you state your new position price, then some people, right, some clients, prospective clients, are going to say, "I'm in." And potentially that can send you sideways because you didn't expect that. So instead of like walking away from the sale with the money, that your walk away money, you actually walk away with 25% more, right? Which, if that happens more often than not, then it shows you that that's where you should be charging anyway, and you need to create a new position pricing. That makes sense. So just get ready for that, because it will happen. Okay, just get ready for that. It will happen, and when it happens, let me know. Now, strategy number two. Strategy number two is where, let me just have a quick drink if you don't mind. Strategy number two is where you lead with payment plan to fast action. So you lead with payment plan to fast action, right? So let's walk through this. So why lead with payment plan? Well, when you mention, sometimes in a sales call, right, when you mention like the figure, right, the $4,800 or maybe the $10,000, your prospect brain goes into overdrive, right? Thinking, "Oh crap, I don't have $10,000 in my bank account, or I can't put my hands on $4,800, or I need to have this and bulk of money in order to get started." Um, and we know that that's not the case, right? Because we can have payment plans set up in place. So I want you to know that the key is to position a payment plan based on your positioning price and not your walkaway price, right? I mean, based on your positioning price and not your walkaway price. And then what you're going to do is you're going to pivot to a paid in full fast action offer. And this is the script that goes along with this. So to get started today, with everything we've just walked you through, is 3 monthly payments of $2,000, which we both know that means that the program is $6,000, right? But I just want you to know that today you can actually get started for $2,000. Now, that's unless you actually want to pay in full today. And if you do want to pay in full today, I'm prepared to offer you a fast action discount, which is actually a reduction of $1,200, taking it down from $6,000 to $4,800, which works best for you. Can you see how we went in with a payment plan? The payment plan being based on the new position price, right? So straight away, they know that they can get started for $2,000 a month over the next 3 months. But then, can you see how we then positioned, we pivoted into the painful fast action discount price? So now they've got the option. If they choose to go with a payment plan, right, you're now going to be getting that extra 25%. You're going to be getting that extra 25%. You're selling them into at the positioning price point. If they choose, right, so that's fine, right? That's fine. But if they choose, like, oh wow, yeah, I can pay per month $2,000, or I can have a saving of $1,200 if I pay all in full today. How many people do you think would accept the, well, yeah, I'll save $1,200? It's a no-brainer, right? For them that can do it, it's a no-brainer. For them that can't, then they're paying that extra 25%, which is cool, right? They've accepted it, it's cool. So that's how you can generate bigger cash flow paydays and get more people, right, to invest in pay in full levels, pay in full levels. Now, the payment plan, right, strategy especially works at higher ticket level. It works on all levels. Right? But especially at a high ticket level, if you're selling at $8,000, $10,000, $15,000, $17,000, $12,000, whatever it is, right? Where potentially they do not have that lump sum of cash in the bank account. That's where potentially it would be better to lead with painful. But what I would suggest is have a play around with both strategy 1 and strategy 2 and see which works best for you, for your price point, for your offer, and stick with that. And watch how you're gonna have like more people that's willing to pay in full, pay up front, and that's going to give you larger injections of cash flow into your bank account every time you close a new client into your offer. Okay, guys? Oh yeah. Hope you enjoyed that training. I'll speak to you soon.